It's a difficult scene here in San Francisco. You have a lot of an influx, a constant influx of young people coming into the city and staying for a few years and then leaving. So you have this like permanent youth culture coming in.
Sure.
And for more mature artists, more established artists that are rooted in the Bay Area, it can be difficult for you guys to really find your audience and have a place for yourself and, like Chris was talking about, be able to make a living off of what you're passionate about. So how has it been trying to weigh being able to make a career out of this and with the passion of it and being able to find an audience for yourself? Is it difficult?
I definitely think it's difficult. It's a challenge. The kind of music that I do is kind of I'm drawn to kind of like a classic rock sound or a Americana sound. It's kind of singer, songwriter, lyric driven stuff. But there are a lot of us out there, and there aren't as many venues as there used to be. Although it's not as bad as it was a few years ago, there are more venues that are existing now. But there are so many singer-songwriters that are vying for, jockeying for position, trying to play those venues.
Right.
And it's like, how do you distinguish yourself from the rest? And I mean, just from my own perspective, it's just like, I've never tried to be on trend or stay on trend. It's just like, I have to be true to myself and, just have the music be, the melodies and the lyrics just be what I like, because if I don't like it, then it's not gonna. I think that the audience can really tell when you're not being true to yourself, when you're being fraudulent. And so I just the songs that I write or that I sing have to resonate with me on a lyric basis and on a melody basis. And so I think that as long as you're being authentic, with your audience, they're going to be authentic back. It's that communion kind of thing where it's give and take. And I think also that, like, it's really important to have that connection with your audience. It doesn't matter how old they are or how young they are. If you tell a story that is relatable to them, then you're going to bring them in, regardless of, what demographic they're in, because the audience can tell, they can sniff it out if you're not real.
Before you even get to that point, though, you have to get them through the door.
Right.
You do.
And the hardest part is just getting, because I know all my friends, sometimes I go home and I don't want to get up off the couch. Well, all my friends are like that, too. And getting them off the couch is the biggest challenge that anybody has. Because everybody gets fat and lazy and they just want to grab a beer and, play with the remote, and it makes me mad, but that's what happens. So, as much as everybody despises Facebook and all that other stuff, it's a great tool. And maybe what we ought to do is, have everybody's grandkids or send pictures of the grandkids with the invitation to the gig, and they'll look at it. Oh, look at that little dog! Look at the little boy! Jesus, but it's tougher and tougher, and then you have to get on the phone and do it the old-fashioned way and cash in a favor here and say, look, come and see us, and send a personal email, whatever it takes, just to get them to show up.
I agree with sending the personal emails too, making a personal appeal. When I do that, you definitely can pull a lot more people through the door. But like you said, you got to get, the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Call, email, and make personal contact with those people and appeal to them to come out and support.
Let them know how important it is, how much we need it. It sounds like the Jewish mother or something, but it's like, this time I really need you, this time we never ask anything of you,
Yeah.
And also, not to interrupt, but
sorry.
Also I think a lot of our, because we are musicians, a lot of our friends are musicians. So I live clear up in Santa Rosa, and I'm constantly coming down to the Bay Area to support my friends and their shows, their venues. So it's kind of like, I feel like, as musicians, if you don't have a gig that night, you need to get your ass out and support your peers. And, because I know I go to a lot of shows and I see musicians supporting other musicians, by showing up at their shows. So that's a big part of the audience too, or it can,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
a sizable amount.
And by the way, all you musicians out there, I got a little pull here. If you don't show up, you ain't playing here.
Yeah, there you go. If you ever want to play Slims or the music hall in your life,
Yeah.
we suggest strongly you show up on
this gig.
Friday.
Yeah.
Also, you know, you were talking about Facebook and dogs and stuff.
Right, right.
We send out an email with a really cute dog and say, unless you come, this dog's it's gonna get it. You know?
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go there. So, do you guys have any upcoming projects that you're working on? Any records in the wings? What's in the future for you guys?
I've got a little tour of the UK coming in September.
That's awesome, Chris.
We're gonna go over and play in Wales and London, and you know, it's actually set up by a fan of the band who lives over there, who's got some pull in some blues festivals and some clubs, and he just wants us to come over there, so we hooked it up.
Oh,
we
awesome.
bought our plane
That's
tickets.
fantastic.
And, yeah, it's gonna be so cool. I'm really excited about that.
I'm currently writing with Jesse to record another album. I still call it albums. I like albums. So I'm currently writing stuff for that and hoping to start to get it going toward the end of this year and released in 13.
I got a couple original tunes that I'm trying to convince my band to learn, so eventually that'll happen. And other than that, June 22nd, Friday night, Chris Cobb, Mr. Chin's Hot Sauce, Jimmy Bruno, Allyson Paige, and Jesse Brewster.
Oh, yeah.
It's only $8. Come on down.
Yeah.
I have to mention my other two band members. You've heard about my son Jesse. Jackie Anks on drums, she has been instrumental in getting my band where it is today. Since she joined the band about a year and a half ago, she's taken over all the promo, the booking, everything like that, taken that load off of me, and it's just, I couldn't ask for more. Plus, she's a great drummer.
Awesome.
And then Peter Canton on the bass, fantastic bass player.
I love Peter Canton.
Oh, you know Peter? Yeah.
I love him.
Sure, yeah. Well, he'll be
Awesome. Well, it's been nice having you guys. Thanks for coming on down and giving us your time. And we'll see you Friday, the 22nd of June.
Looking forward to
All
it.
right, see you on
Cool.
Friday night.
Right on.
Well, cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks,
you.
America.
Thanks.